Oh, yeah, what you can do for your kids, what you're already doing. Thank you for wherever you're being authentic and you're being vulnerable and you're talking about the things that are hard to talk about. Thank you, because you're showing your kids a way to do it. And where you're still limited, and we all are, we've all got our boundaries. If you're willing to be even more vulnerable, and I'll give you guys, I'll tell you where you can download the 4-step blueprint for a tough conversation. So you don't have to go into this alone or solo and like totally scared. There's a worksheet as well you can fill in before you do it, which will definitely help you. Every time you do that with your kids, you are showing them what's possible, and they're going to grow up as different people.
Yes.
And too many, sorry to interrupt, it's a peeve of mine, and I'm not a parent, I'll say that up front. It's a peeve of mine when I see parents avoiding topics.
Right.
They're like, oh, my child is not ready for that topic. Well, it might be true. It might just also be that by trying to shelter them from topics they're going to hear about at school anyway, that you just miss that opportunity to have transparency and have connection. And I'm like, are you kidding? That'd be an amazing topic to talk about with your kid and just see what their mind makes of it. But with some, like, I know one parent, I got to stay with her, and I think she's a wonderful mother. She doesn't want to, her kid's 6, and she does not want to talk about sex with her kid, and doesn't want to talk about the opposite sex, and is hoping her kid won't notice the opposite sex. But her kid's doing inappropriate things at school with other kids because no one's talked about it and talked about what boundaries might look like. So I'm like, please, let's get these skills and let's go into those awkward areas. And you can get coaching first, and you can get advice first, and you might even get help. But I hate to see anybody avoiding a conversation because it's too scary.
Yes.
Or awkward.
And awkward. And to add to that, in families where perhaps two parents are avoiding conversations to not rock the boat or cause more stress, but the children are feeling the stress anyway. So why not have these conversations and show them what it looks like when it can be more effective and successful and transformational? Yes.
That's right. Like fighting, right? When you're angry, if you hide that, the kid's picking up on it, and the kid just knows something's off, and maybe they make up a story that it's about them, right?
Right, exactly.
Maybe it is about them at that moment. I'm not a parent, but I was a kid, and I've had parents. I've got parents, and I'm not a parenting expert. I'm a communications expert. And I say, if you can find a way to name that, you know what, mommy's feeling angry right now, and it's not your fault. And that's what's happening. And I might go and beat a pillow or do something to just express this anger, rather than trying to hide it or pretend it doesn't exist.